It's just about 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, August 23rd, 2015. My daughter Danielle's birthday, and we'll be rushing back to help her celebrate. But before we do that, we thought we'd stop here and see who attended the 10 o'clock Mass here at St. Patrick's in Rouses Point. We're on the grounds of the Parish Center, formerly the Knights of Columbus building here in Rouses Point, just adjacent to St. Patrick's Church. And for this week only, they've moved the 10 o'clock Mass to St. Mary's and moved the 8 o'clock Mass here to St. Patrick's so that they wouldn't have the Mass attendees and the car show attendees fighting for space. So we were told that they put on a pretty good car show here, and it sure looks that way as we were driving by on Liberty Street, and I saw there's a whole lot of vehicles here. The only problem I can see is finding a place to park so you can enjoy the car show. So parking is at a premium, but I'm sure the streets of Rouses Point will be lined today with folks taking in this annual event. They also have a little event going on in church, a 2-day event inside, selling things like baked goods and all those kind of bazaar type of items at craft fair and things like that you find at so many places during the course of the year. They had their annual 2-day event here today, and the car show is a 1-day event, and it sure looks like it has grown. This is the 3rd annual, and it's quite impressive. We'll get a different angle on that row of vehicles. A lot of the car shows we attend don't have a lot of cars from the 1930s, so it's nice to see a car show that does, even if they are souped up into hot rods. And it is preserving them, but it's nice when they're authentic. But we also understand that a lot of people like to soup them up and make hot rods out of them, and if that preserves the vehicles for future generations, and more power to them. It's their vehicle, and they can do whatever they want to make it show-worthy. And everything we've looked at thus far is show-worthy. When I leave this show, I'll probably have to go home and stick American Graffiti in the DVD player and watch that movie from 1974. A lot of impressive vehicles from all across the Northeast. We're hoping that as we progress here, we'll bump into someone who's in charge. But they got so many vehicles here that they've got them too deep. Not two as in T-O-O, but T-W-O deep. Yeah, I am guessing they have just about brought in all the vehicles that they could possibly hold here at this venue. And of course they want it here at this venue so that the people will also go inside and buy some crafts and baked goods and buy a hamburger or hot dog and a soda. So I'm sure they want to keep having this car show at this location, but it sure is tight as far as displaying the vehicles. People still pulling in here. The show started at 10, runs from 10 till 3. At a Ford Galaxy just pulling in. That's I'm sure not here to just watch. They've come to set up their vehicle. And if we had more time today, we'd be spending a lot of time in some of these vehicles. But as I said, it's my daughter's birthday, and that's our number one priority. But we certainly do want to take a look at as many of these as we can.
Not near west, is it? Right after,
Again, we're just trying to get different angles here on each of the views, but everywhere you look. And I've talked to a few folks already, and people here for the first time, and they are certainly impressed as I am with this car show. Unfortunately for me, they may keep it on the weekend that conflicts with my daughter's birthday, so I may never be able to do it justice. But you can do it justice. Plan on attending here next year, because it's, as you can see, it's certainly worth the trip. Now we're in behind the church, in the behind the craft fair area. There are 3 deep here, and just getting 4 deep. So I'm hoping they're leaving an escape route for the early arrivals. Talking with this young lady, my cousin Chicky Bebo, and she said that they like this location because the ground is good and solid, and it's a nice spot to bring your vehicle and not have to worry about getting it all muddy or damaged. It's a good location. So they've been here for 3 years and hope to be coming back for many more. I'm going to keep apologizing for having to leave and not do justice to covering this car show, because it is really overwhelming, and everywhere you look you see some bright and colorful cars. I'll get this one here just for the heck of it. But everywhere you look, a lot of color here. A yellow truck there and an orange truck there, and the hood's up, and in the middle some muscle cars here. Okay, we're going to talk to a guy who's been busy parking cars. John Fosher, when I arrived, I thought this place was filled up, and that's 25 minutes ago, and there's still a dozen cars that come in since I got here.
We're not filled yet by any means. We're shooting for a number of 140 cars this year.
Holy cow.
We had 89 cars last year. We're trying to do this benefit every year. This is our 3rd annual car show for St. Patrick's. We found out it's a good venue and a good event for the church. It's a good money raiser, and Father likes it, of course. But also for the car enthusiasts, what we're looking for is a clean place for them to have fun. We have great raffles. We had some donations from different businesses. We have NASCAR tickets for Loudon for 4 people with our 50-50 draw. Wow. It's just not money anymore. We want to have some prizes for the spectators, so they enjoy it and they're looking forward to something other than just coming and sitting down for 3-4 hours and win a trophy. We want it to have fun for everybody. And we want the people that put it on to have fun also. And George Legenhardt and his wife did this for 3 years now, and it's a nice success for the church.
Okay, I see what's left of Howard Lamberton over there helping out also.
Yes, Howard's helping us out. He's collecting funds. He's not the same person that you used to see when we worked at Harris. He's changed a little bit.
Yeah,
nice family, and they're good people.
He's looking real good. He's lost
very healthy.
Several hundred pounds, and
looks
hasn't seen him.
Looks very healthy.
Yeah. Another vehicle coming in.
Another vehicle, yes.
So 10 till 3. From other car shows in the past, You need to go?
In a second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let John do his thing here. From other car shows in the past, I know that some people arrive late and some people leave early, so I'm hoping that this is a good time to be here. As I was saying off camera here, John, I know from other car shows, some people arrive late and some people leave early, so we're kind of in that late arrival time, but well ahead of the early leavers time.
Yes. Yeah, we have a great concession for the people that are here. Father even works hard to put this show on, Calvin. He prays for the weather.
Even
He makes sure our weather is fine. So far, we're doing well with that.
Well, he did better at the bazaar this year than he did a year ago.
Oh yes, for sure, for sure.
So, is there anybody else besides George and his wife and you that are?
Jeff Obrey. Jeff Obrey's did a lot of work nailing down the door prizes for this event. He's worked very hard on that. He's out in the arena selling 50-50 tickets right now. He's a believer in this show also. And myself, Howard's helping out the person that's doing the pinstripe. Any monies that he makes, he splits it with the church 50-50. So that's nice. So a lot of people are involved in this to make it work, and that's kind of a nice thing.
Yeah, it's just. So how many do you think you could hold here? Could you? Would 140 be your max? Or?
No, I believe we could have easily 160 to 175. We still haven't utilized the space across the street in front of the church or alongside the church. We haven't utilized the asphalt area yet. So we have a lot of room for growth here.
Yeah, well, you may want to avoid getting people to walk back and forth on busy Route 11 on Lake
exactly.
Street
That's
here,
the reason why we'll get this
try to keep it on this side
dedicated on this side of the street, but you have to have a plan for overflow.
If all of a sudden you got
exactly.
Of course, I'm parked over there across the street, so you'd have to physically move my car first.
Well, no, we can park on the grass across the street, not the little turnstile, but on the grass.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. So, is it always the same period in the month?
Yes, the third weekend of August is always the period when we're going to have this. We tried to dedicate this time for our car show because if you look at the schedule, a lot of the car shows, they always take that same date. So we've been very successful with this date.
Yeah, you got to pick a date and stick with it. Cause
the next following weekend is Labor Day weekend. Everybody leaves town. They go on vacation. They do a trip somewhere. So it's kind of nice to have this date nailed down.
Yeah, and last weekend, right across the lake, and Alberg had a car show.
Show. Yeah, they had some cars over there. They didn't have the weather that we're having, but it's all dependent on the weather, as you know.
Definitely. That's for the people attending and also the people bringing out their cars. If it's rainy and so on, they
don't want to do it, and I don't blame them.
Yeah. Now you've always had a car.
Yes.
Ford.
Yep. Always had a Ford. Always. My brothers always had a car also, and that's our tradition in the family. And it's like everybody else, they have Mopars or Chevrolets or Jeeps or whatever. But mine's always been Ford. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just chatting with Miles DeCoste off camera there, and he's of course head of the Mustang Club, Country Mustang Club. And I pointed out to him next to his was a Chevrolet, so he could understand what the Chevys look like. Yeah, it was a '57 Chevy, so I went right to the top right there.
Yes,
that's the best Chevy ever made.
They say it is. I could doubt that, but they say it is.
Yeah, the best one. I think I'd get more votes.
Yes. Hey Jeff, you got a second?
All right. Yeah. We're gonna get Jeff here.
If you don't mind, and I can get back to work, and Jeff can talk about his efforts.
He likes to talk, so come on over here, Jeff Obrey.
Thank you, Calvin.
Okay, thank you, John. John, not often you get John looking to go to work, but there it is, right there. You saw it. All right, Jeff, I hear you've been selling raffle tickets here, 50-50s.
Yes, we got a gigantic 50-50 raffle here this year, Calvin. We're going to have probably 2-3 raffles, but we're going to do the first $600, we'll have a raffle. We'll continue on the next $600. As long as they keep buying tickets, the cash goes up. But our next prize is one super prize that was donated by New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And it's 4 tickets to the Sprint Cup NASCAR races, Sylvania 300, on September 27th. And that's at Loudon, New Hampshire, and the value on that is $360. After that, we have one more prize along with this one 50-50 ticket, which you can buy for $1, 7 tickets for $5, or 20 tickets for $10. We have an overnight stay at the Aguasasne Mohawk Casino Resort in Hogansburg. It's an overnight stay, luxury hotel room, $25 slot play, and $25 resort cash.
Wow. So I understand from talking with John that you were instrumental in getting a lot of these things going here as far as the raffle goes.
Yes, John and I did a lot of soliciting. We started out as soon as John got back from Florida. In fact, I think it was a week after our St. Patrick's Festival here.
Okay, so that's March.
Yes, yeah. The end of March, first part of April, and so we did soliciting, and
so that'd be a little late for people watching this for this year, but you're anticipating that kind of stuff happening again next year.
yes, we're trying to make this show bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better, and give the people all we can give them for their dollar.
It's amazing. There's no cost to attend here if you're just walking in to look.
Yes.
But you can buy a raffle ticket and help support this. Got a lot of people looking for a place to park.
Oh yes, they were lined up. Father had mass here at 8 o'clock this morning, and the cars were lined up waiting. Well, I got here I think around 7:30, and the cars, it's unreal. You know, the cars were lined up here, and
so anybody brought their vehicle in early at 7:30, they had to go to mass at 8 o'clock.
We had a few cars for mass. Father, it was kind of a short mass. I don't know if he did a little sermon. It was short, I think. And yep, and we were getting set up. And
okay, so this is something that people can look forward to. Third Sunday in August.
Yep.
And next year will be the 4th annual, and I can't imagine you topping this year. Just amazing.
Oh, we're going to try. We're John and I, John and George. We're already talking about next year. You know, and just hope we have plenty of room here. If we have to go across the road in front of the church, we'll do that next year. But usually everybody loves this show.
Yeah, and it grew. 2 years ago, I was talking with Chicky Bebo, and she said just a small amount of cars 2 years ago. So last year, I think John said 89. This year, you're doubling that. Just amazing.
And thank the Lord, we always get good weather. Well, it's a good time of the year to have it. It's not too hot, and it's a really good time to have it.
Okay. Anything else, Jeff, that I should ask you?
No, I got to get going. Try to sell some more tickets.
Costing you money here. You got to get going.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Calvin. Thank you for coming.
All right, Jeff Aubry, or Aubrey if you prefer, and he is here selling raffle tickets. Again, too deep over here on this side of the former Knights of Columbus building here. It's just amazing. I guess I'm overusing that word, but just I'm amazed at what I'm seeing here today. And it's a great turnout, and as the more and more people get on their cell phones and tell their friends and neighbors about this, I'm sure more and more folks are going to show up to enjoy it. I will apologize one more time for not being able to do justice to this car show. If you didn't attend this year, and if you like vehicles, classic or modern, or somewhere in between, mark that date on your calendar, 3rd Sunday in August. I can't imagine them getting any bigger, but things have that tendency. I think everybody who attended here today with their vehicle is going to be pleased and want to come back again next year, weather permitting. There's Donnie Cook. And there's the aforementioned Howard Lamberton. You're looking good, Howard. And we're going to wrap up, unless somebody grabs me on the way out of here. We're going to wrap up our coverage here. An abbreviated look at the 2015 St. Patrick's Parish car show number 3. Thanks for watching and supporting, and congratulate Gary Rivers when he takes his trip to Akwesasne on the tickets he just bought. Thanks for watching Hometown Cable TV. We think is worthy of your support.